Hello my motor enthusiasts. The 2024 Formula One season has been a rollercoaster of competition and drama, thanks to CEO Stefano Domenicali's strategies. Despite a strong start from Max Verstappen and Red Bull, the season has seen an unprecedented 7 different drivers claiming victory. Teams like McLaren, Ferrari, and Mercedes are neck and neck in the constructors' battle, breaking the pattern of single-driver dominance. Looking ahead, Domenicali's focus is on the 2026 regulations, which promise lighter cars, innovative power units, and more overtaking opportunities, all underpinned by a shift towards sustainable fuel technologies. These changes are set to redefine the motorsport landscape, ensuring the action we've seen this season continues well into the future. Quite the visionary era for Formula One, wouldn't you say? Welcome back to the F1 Motor Fever podcast, folks. I'm Enzo, your guide to all things Formula One, and with me today, as always, is the insightful William Turner. We're here every day, diving deep into the heart of motorsport's most thrilling moments.
It's great to be back, Enzo. There's never a dull moment in Formula One.
Absolutely, William. And hey, if you're loving our daily dose of high-speed analysis, why not subscribe to our channel? Hit that notification bell, drop us a comment, and share the excitement with your friends and family. Your support keeps our engines running.
And keeps the sport thrilling. What have you got for us today, Enzo Watts?
Oh, you won't believe what I'm about to reveal. We're unpacking the latest twists in the 2024 season and peeking into the future with the upcoming 2026 regulations. Trust me, this is news you'll want to hear. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned and remember, it's Full Throttle on the F1 Motor Fever podcast. So, diving deeper into what we've seen this season, the competition is incredibly fierce. 7 drivers have already taken the top spot on the podium, and with teams like McLaren, Ferrari, and Mercedes hot on each other's heels, it's anyone's game.
It's like every race throws up a new surprise, doesn't it? The field's really leveled up.
Absolutely. And Stefano Domenicali himself pointed out that this wasn't unexpected. He predicted early on that this wouldn't be a season dominated by any single driver or team, and that's exactly how it's playing out.
And with all this action, it's hard to not look forward to what the 2026 regulations will bring. Lighter cars, new power units, and more overtaking. Sounds like the excitement's just going to keep ramping up.
True, the changes are meant to keep the manufacturers on their toes, introducing different technologies. Domenicali mentioned that these are crucial developments. Not just for the sport, but for the broader technology landscape, especially with sustainable fuel at the core of this shift.
That's a game changer for the mobility world too, speeding up the adoption of new technology. It's not just about making the races more competitive, but also pushing the envelope on innovation.
Exactly, the sport aims to stay ahead of the curve, constantly evolving and adapting. It's what makes Formula One the pinnacle of motorsport. Moving forward, the introduction of sustainable fuels is a significant shift. It's expected to lower costs and boost accessibility worldwide. Formula One has always played a crucial role in accelerating technological advancements, and this is no exception.
Indeed. And Stefano Domenicali also highlighted that while F1 is known for frequent regulations changes, the future might not necessarily follow the same pattern. The focus now is more on technological challenges rather than just breaking the dominance of certain teams.
That's an interesting point. It reflects a shift in how Formula One views its role, not just as a competition but as a leader in automotive technology. Domenicali mentioned that the need for change often comes from 2 main reasons: endorsing top-level technology and, in the past, ending periods of dominance. Now, with budget caps and aerodynamics restrictions, the game has changed.
It certainly has. It seems like the conversation moving forward will be about whether these technological advancements need to happen in shorter cycles or if they should be spread out more to allow teams and manufacturers to adapt.
Absolutely. And with all these strategic changes, teams are also adapting internally. Aston Martin, for example, expected more from this season and is now recalibrating its future plans. Even the drivers are feeling the impact, with Kevin Magnussen openly discussing his options across different racing disciplines.
It's a whole ecosystem adapting, evolving. Formula One's ability to influence and drive change across its entire landscape is just fascinating.
Truly is. It's not just about what happens on the track, it's about setting the pace for the future of mobility. William Turner, what's the word on the street, internet-wise?
Right, listen to this. Halleck Duo says, quote, Lance Stroll is keeping veteran Fernando Alonso on his toes in 2024. Here's how the Aston Martin teammates stack up so far, unquote.
Stirring the pot a bit, are they?
Indeed. Hotad said, quote, The bars for the best race finish and grid position is giving me an aneurysm, unquote. And the dust of men added, quote, anyone who looks at that image would know this makes Stroll's stats look better, so I really wonder whether this was intentional or not, unquote.
Sounds like there's a bit of controversy over how the stats are presented.
Absolutely. ZYSTYL chimed in with, quote, Stroll is leading in most DNFs, future world champ, unquote. Bit cheeky, that.
How's the rest of the crowd taking it?
Well, Salty said, quote, he has been really close to Alonso this season, whether you like it or not. This doesn't mean Stroll is good, Alonso also a little washed, unquote. And BJ Honeycutt reckons, quote, I think it really just demonstrates that Alonso checked out for this season once he realized the car wasn't there, unquote.
Seems like Alonso's still got a lot of eyes on him, whether for good or bad.
Definitely. And there's also a comment about the whole graphic mishap. Stolen Rocket pointed out, quote, also, number of overtakes is such a dumb stat because a driver who always qualified and finished first would get beaten by everyone else on the grid. The drivers with the highest number of overtakes are usually the ones in a good car but suck at qualifying, unquote.
Interesting insights there. Does make you think about the stats we usually take at face value.
Quite right. And there's a bit of a jest from Fee Automatic who said, quote, had to stroll too far to see this, unquote, followed by Bullfrog Paradox who added, quote, I'm so glad I'm not the only one who had that dumbass joke pop into their head, unquote.
Hee, the banter never stops. Anything else catch your eye?
Just one more from Dino Kebab, quite a fan apparently, quote, what do you mean? Best race finish, Stroll got 6 and Alonso only 5. Stroll got Alonso on his toes, unquote.
Looks like the fans are having a field day with this one. Always good to see some lively discussion, keeps the sport interesting. Thanks for tuning into F1 Motor Fever podcast today. What a whirlwind discussion on the technological shifts in Formula One and that lively banter from the social media side of things. It's been a blast having you all here. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on our episodes. We truly appreciate your support. Share our channel with your mates and fellow Formula One enthusiasts everywhere, WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and why not over dinner or drinks as well. If you enjoyed our chat, drop us a comment.
And keep those eyes peeled for what's next. We've got plenty more where that came from, so you won't want to miss out. We're here every day, bringing you the freshest takes and the most intriguing discussions. And who knows? The next episode might just have another twist in the tale.
Exactly, William. It's all about staying ahead of the curve here. So, do stick around for more engaging content and in-depth analysis. We're looking forward to having you with us next time.
Remember, whether you're a diehard fan or just getting into the sport, there's always something exciting on the horizon here at F1 Motor Fever Podcast.
Pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road, our channel's content is pure gold. We'll see you next time.